Oh, yeah.
Are we ignoring the actual star in the room?
Kamenetzky?
O'Shea Jackson.
Nice,
O'Shea Jackson Jr. hanging
I'm
out.
back. I forgot my
From
coat.
Cato to O'Shea Jackson
No,
Jr.
confiscate. You're right. We can't confiscate your coat.
No, man, T-shirt.
You ain't wearing
That's
one.
right. Throw them out.
Yeah, that was really cool. You didn't watch it last night?
Kobe?
No, yeah.
I'm guessing he was watching Kobe last night.
I think
Kobe-
that's what we should be talking about.
That was like a great Kobe performance last night, and it's really easily the best Kobe performance of the year.
Well, no, take it a step further. It's his best performance since he tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
By far. It's not even. You can't even come up with a close second place.
And it's interesting that it comes up when the team is trying to avoid the longest losing streak in franchise history. Because the other day he said it's a blank year and it's another blank game or whatever the hell he said. You know what? It meant something to him to avoid that longest losing streak while he's on the roster, I think.
Well, he also, too, I mean, he got, I think, probably caught up in a good way in the matchup against Andrew Wiggins because you've got, arguably the greatest star of his generation. It's either, him or Tim Duncan going up against one of the young stars being ushered in Andrew Wiggins. They're matched up against each other, especially in the second half where Kobe really wanted that. And you had the two of them just trading baskets on each other. Kobe hit the one that ultimately iced the game for the Lakers with Wiggins on him. And Wiggins is a good defender. And Wiggins is a really promising young defender. And I'm sure that part of it, Kobe's as aware of the theater as any player that you're ever going to find. I'm sure that charged him up too.
Plus Sam Mitchell is coaching, and Sam Mitchell,
yeah.
for whatever reason, I don't know what Sam Mitchell did to Kobe in a previous life, but it was not good. Poor Sam Mitchell.
In a previous life, he would never double team him either. Like he's fundamentally against throwing a second body at Kobe.
Yeah, the Rose definitely T-bowed last night. But Kobe, with this type of performance and with the performance in Boston, it shows me that he's really taking the time to develop the young guys. That he's pulling back a little bit. Even though he does chuck up the shots, it's because he's Kobe and you're giving me a wide open three.
Well, and I think there are moments, too, where Kobe realizes, okay, this is a place where I want to make a mark. Like, I want to make a mark when I'm in Boston. I want to make a mark to stop this historic losing streak. It's like, no, here's where I'm going all in. And when Kobe goes all in, he still has this in him, which says something about it.
Yeah, I mean the fact that it was kind of an interesting crowd. I mean Jack Nicholson was courtside, which
doesn't happen as often as it used to.
This might have been his third or fourth game of the season that I've seen him, and it was just kind of an interesting feel. It wasn't that he did it from the beginning, but the shots were there and he was feeling it. 7 3-pointers, 38 points in 33 minutes. So again, to your point, the most productive game I've seen him play since he tore the Achilles.
Place odds. Is this the last truly great, iconic?
No, I don't think it is.
Los Angeles.
Oh, well done.
There we go.
Get that statistician to put one in there
they
for
weren't going to do it.
He's, by the way, too, you're now on that list.
Yes.
That one guy's keeping.
Yes, getting that in.
Shout out to
Remember, add O'Shea Jackson Jr.
I think that...
What kind of autism does that guy have? I heard that in the car the other day.
Serious.
And I mean, if I drop some tax or whatever.
He's keeping track.
That guy never misses the People's Court.
He's keeping track of
definitely
when I go to the shrink.
Yeah, he was like, you went out to acupuncture. I heard that in the car, and I was like,
12 minutes to Mason Shrink.
Gotta watch Mason. Gotta watch Mason.
Wow.
I thought it was a fun game, but he's going to have other games like this. I mean, especially I think. And as long as he's healthy into April, he's got some big games.
You can't take it for granted.
You can't expect it. That's my thing.
I don't know, though. He might have another game, Kobe, with this type of performance, but I don't know if he'll have this type of game with this many other ancillary elements to them, with the losing streak that you're trying to break at home with Andrew Wiggins, that type of matchup, young players with the Timberwolves and that promising crew.
Minnesota in 5 years, by the way, is going to be a good team.
And by the way, the hope is the Lakers could be their chief rival
with
their kids rising up at the same time. You add all those theatrical elements to them. I think this is going to be the best game we see from Kobe this season. Even if he has other good individual performances, I don't think there will be any that quite feel like this.
Did you go on the synergy and look up last night? Because I thought the ball was moving better. Was he? I mean, 7 threes. It's almost like he was playing in the context of what the offense
Yeah.
is supposed to be. The basketball was moving more. I didn't see how many. Did you see how many isolation plays he had? No.
It didn't seem.
It didn't seem like it was isolation heavy.
Not, you know what it was? When he had the ball, he got rid of it quicker. Even if it was in ISO, you didn't see a lot of, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, jab step, jab. He really was decisive just in getting rid of it.
Nobody pump fakes more than Kobe. What is the record for most pump fakes?
Synergy doesn't have that.
Synergy does not.
That's a
keep
deep
track
dive.
Of that many pump fakes.
Does that update in real time, by the way? Or is it post game?
No, it does. It does update in real time.
That's
you
brilliant.
can watch
What are
the
you
service.
talking about?
You can this
Analytics
website
Oh,
where
no.
it breaks down every
Okay,
shot,
stop feeling
the
that.
distance of every shot, and whether it's an isolation play or it's off of a screen or there's a screen
Pick and
set or
roll.
pick and roll. No, it's really it really does tell you what's going on. I never look at it during the game. The other thing that Synergy does, which is like fantastic, is that you can pick any individual play. Like if I wanted to see, okay, Kobe shots, I could click on it and I would one after another see the video of Kobe shots and see, okay, here he was covered, here he stepped back, here he pump fake. It shows you every single one. Show me every play D'Angelo Russell had last night. It'll just line them up and boom, boom, boom.
Like, this is the type of stuff that Zach Lowe uses when he
Yeah.
does those true
The
deep
deep
dives
dive,
on
right.
ESPN.
Yeah,
Like,
it's genius. I'll be honest. I've got a comp subscription. I don't know how much it is generally, but I'm sure it's like really expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not the
Well,
kind
because they want to price average person. Also, they want it to be exclusive. to a
Exclusive,
certain-
right.
well, and also too, I mean, it takes legit manpower
Yeah.
to come
Oh,
up with
it's
those
crazy.
stats. I mean, it doesn't just generate on itself. People have to be watching that and keeping
Probably
tabs
great
on
for
everything.
fantasy.
I mean,
Yeah,
everything.
but it's also great for real. You
I don't
know?
know.
You know?
There's some things that
You're
it
not
doesn't.
digging that?
Because numbers can be, they can be changed to tell you anything. And if Kobe has an off game, we don't know why he had an off game. There are mental aspects, there are things that go on with a player's life that we don't know that may go into his shooting percentage, and then you call him a bad player because of that night. It's just unfair.
So you're anti numbers.
I'm all eyes.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, that's where analytics though have a bad rap, because this can be about eyes. I can look at every single play in the entire game isolated and see what Kobe did on this play, what Kobe did on that play. So it's not just, analytics, everybody thinks it's only about numbers and statistics, but it's also about eyes-on scouting, but divvied up in bite-sized pieces so you can see what happened.
And
in
sometimes
an
it's not
individual
just
play.
guys on the game. To your point, it's like a guy could have a problem with the coach, a guy could have a problem with a teammate, a guy could have a problem at home during a bad stretch. I mean, there are things that happen. These aren't like
All covered in
robots.
synergy.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's all there.
How many fights has he had with his wife
What did
this
that
month?
Sykes say about Rajon Rondo when he was on the Mavericks, opposed to him now?
Yeah.
Well, we
Everybody
could,
would
we
Synergy
could
kept
see him
quit
not playing
stats.
defense.
Synergy
Yeah,
kept the
exactly.
quit stats.
Well, the ultimate proof here is that you know who uses Synergy? Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys all are using
Oh,
it
then
to
it's
evaluate. They're using it to evaluate their own performances, and the first guy to really dive into this stuff was LeBron. That's why LeBron
that's what's
eliminated
wrong with it.
the long two-pointers. He's like, I'll take a step back and make it a three. What good is a long two-pointer for me? I want to be more efficient. So, I mean, you're just, you're like going back to the dinosaurs over there. You're like,
Dinosaurs are cool. You saw Jurassic World. Come on, man, trying to play me.
Good dinosaur just made a
Oh,
boatload
yeah.
of money.
No,
That's right.
dinosaurs.
38 points from our dinosaur.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right, we're gonna keep track of signing day today a little bit. The Trojans just got another. My
Answer your
agent.
phone.
My
Go ahead.
agent.
Your agent calls whenever
Hello?
you're on
Big
the air.
sighting day news.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it. Give me more money.
Give me more.
Mason
always-
produces a hat.
That's always what I say to my agent. More money.
Yep.
Now I don't have an agent like O'Shea. O'Shea's like with WME. He's like I got rid of old agent. I'm in new fancy.
That's, of course, why we want to take this moment to talk about the Garden Weasel. A tremendous line of products.
The Garden Weasel.
Now you're going to
Sounds pretty
O'Shea.
good.
You're going to the All-Star game.
I'm going to the All-Star game, man. I'm performing, I guess, in the
You're
celebrity
performing?
game.
Oh,
well,
nice.
Performance is going to be nice.
I'm going to watch it on Synergy. I'm going to break, I'm gonna break
It's
down your
synergy
plays.
for the celebrity.
Do you know
How
who's
many
playing?
Kevin Hart pop-ups
Well,
during
Kevin
the
Hart
game?
won
no,
the
but I know that
MVP
Drake
several
and
years in a row.
Kevin Hart are the coach.
Kevin
Oh,
Hart,
good. They're
Drake-
keeping him off of the actual.
You know, Drake will eventually end up switching to the team that wins. Like if your team isn't winning,
Yeah.
Drake will be coaching that.
He'll be in the locker room in the worst
That was
case.
part of that joke.
Kevin Hart is, I mean, he's such
Ubiquitous?
an adorable little dude. He should play in the kids version.
man.
Wouldn't he play in the good shots? He'd be good in the kids version.
If they promised a Kevin Hart free broadcast of the All-Star celebrity stuff, I'd watch that one. He's on too much,
Now, do
and
you
I
watch
like him.
Real Husbands
He's on too much.
Real
No,
Husbands
no,
of
no,
Hollywood.
I
Oh
can't
my God,
watch
it's so
that.
fun.
I've heard that's really fun.
Him, Nick Cannon, Nelly.
He's like
Robin Thicke is like
Robin
the
Thicke?
funniest guy on there, and
Thicke was funny.
and it's one continuous series of Kevin Hart is short jokes. It is so awesome.
He's milking that.
Oh yeah,
Go
he's
ahead.
he's rolling with that.
it is a slight
Man.
piece of his act.
You know what? If the worst thing you have to do to be in that position is deal with people calling you short, go for it. People point out that I'm 5'8" all the time. I'm not making a dime
And listen,
off it.
and he
Yeah,
is
that's
legitimate.
true.
He's a box office draw. I just think it's funny because it's for the last couple of years. You cannot watch a segment on All-Star Weekend without it being Kevin Hart everywhere. And I do think you got to go away occasionally to make me miss
I
you.
don't know, Kevin Hart, man. I am in. If
Iron
he's
is hot.
like last year.
Oh, go get paid. I don't begrudge that.
Everybody thought Get Hard with him and
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell was terrible. I thought it was. I mean, Kevin Hart can do anything, and it makes me laugh.
Yeah, but you're a star blanker.
I don't know him.
Okay, I'm just saying, but you want the option.
Caleb, let me get in here.
Eventually.
Oh,
You
yeah,
want
no,
him the
I'd
if you
love
want to come in this
own
room,
phrase.
you would like to get to know him.
Oh no, if Kevin Hart came in, I'd throw
Right.
O'Shea over there.
That's the most honest moment
Wait a
of
minute.
radio this studio has had
Wait a
in
minute,
years.
Kevin Hart's here. O'Shea.
Go holler at me. Do the black thing.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Have you written any fast track questions today?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
I don't know where we're gonna put it. It's
Well,
it's
it'll be in
second.
it'll be in the third.
Well, you
or
guys
fourth
have
hour.
Aaron Donald coming up.
We have
I
Aaron
saw.
Donald
Ryan
at
Abraham.
12:30.
Los Angeles.
And now your new
Rams.
podcast partner, Ryan Abraham.
Ryan
correct?
Abraham, Ramblon podcast. Yeah.
And you are using the Led Zeppelin song, I assume.
Of course we are.
You cleared that?
Suggest it. Well, I don't. Yeah, I talked to Robert Plant.
Go with it.
No,
Go with it.
I think we're.
Well,
Love the show.
Jimmy
public
Page
domain.
is a huge USC fan, so it worked out very well.
Yeah. Robert Plant. Those guys party a little.
A little,
Little
bit.
Back in the day.
a little bit.
Yeah, no, we got good stuff, and so we're all over the Rams now too. I mean, it's
real. I've
been a
officially
fan.
time. You've been a fan.
No.
You are a fan now.
No, you're in limbo right now. O'Shea,
He's
you're
not.
in
He's
limbo.
going to
No,
Vegas.
dude.
He's going to
Chargers,
Vegas.
They're taking too long to come here, dude.
So-
They're
so you
letting
flip.
the city set in on the Rams.
Okay.
It's over.
It is.
I think the
it's
second
sinking
the
in.
Raiders move here, though, they don't
Oh, if the
care
Raiders-
about. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Exactly.
You make that Vegas thing happen.
No,
Yes.
I don't think the Vegas.
It is,
Yeah.
but if you think about it, Darren Ravel made this point the other day, and I go, the suites alone would be bought out faster
Yeah,
than
but
any, just the
here's-
casino.
But here's the thing. I think Levi Stadium is where the Raiders need to play. You know, the
That is
Stadium-
something
Stadium-
Mark Davis would not go.
the
For some
stadium
reason, he
was
doesn't wanna
set
go.
up for two teams. They can immediately flip all the LED lighting to a different color. And this week, Levi Stadium came out and said the seats are red. They came out and said we are willing to put all new seats in.
Really?
So that they are less 49er
They will stay in
centric.
California. There's no question about it. They will be in Los Angeles or San Diego. Those are the two places.
San Diego Raiders just does not work.
That's
So
bizarre. The idea that you would put a team into a city that has been conditioned for decades and decades to hate that
hate,
team
yeah.
Go
makes
to
no
a
sense.
Chargers Raiders game. It's like half
It is
Raider
50-50.
fans, so it's
You're
not.
right.
You know,
It is 50-50.
It is.
The one thing I would say though is so right now the Chargers have the rights to move to Los
January
Angeles.
15th up until then.
Now, would
Next
the
week.
Raiders then need to get approval to move to Los
No,
Angeles?
they
No,
contractually
they
are
are
already slotted
They're
in.
already approved
If
to move to
if
Los
the Chargers
Angeles.
pass, they can slot right in.
Then it would be slotted
The
in.
question I would have, I don't know if they're approved to move to San Diego, but I think that would be a quick approval. I don't think there would be a
Terrible
big.
stadium.
Yeah, it is. It's a terrible
But don't you
stadium.
think they'd get a better deal at Levi Stadium than they would
For
at
whatever
Sands
reason,
Stadium?
Mark Davis is 100% against Levi Stadium.
But if
He does
Sheldon
not wanna
Adelson
move
or
there.
Steve Wynn come and say, "Listen, I will put up the $1 billion to get you give me a
I
minority
just don't think
interest."
the NFL is going to allow it.
But I guess here's where I would argue things have changed. If the idea is to expand internationally or grow the game internationally, you could make the argument there's not a better market for the league to go and be in than Vegas, given the yearly or really weekly churn of international visitors.
What about Mexico City? Everybody's talking
That
about
eventually that will happen.
with
Mexico
the Raiders
City
in Mexico
just sounds
City.
like
I think
the
Mark
real
Davis
name.
likes San Diego because of the whole Tijuana,
I like that.
Mexico kind of.
I mean, that would be cool.
The Mexico
The
City
problem is
Raiders.
you go get kidnapped at the
you
game.
don't become the San Diego Raiders. It's like the California Raiders. They played in Los Angeles. They played in
it's
Oakland.
cheating.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I hate Golden State because of
I
that.
know.
Well, they're going to change soon.
Yeah,
They're going to San Francisco. So,
Oh,
but I think they have put in paperwork to become the San Francisco Warriors.
No, have they?
I think so. Yes. There's
But
logo
they're
work
the
that's
one
been
fan
done.
base. They will follow the team wherever they go. Like your dad was a fan of them in Oakland. You were a fan of them in Oakland or in Los Angeles. While the Chargers, if they were to leave San Diego, the Charger fans will not follow them here to Los Angeles.
They want them gone.
They want
No, and I think Spanos realizes that, and I think that's why.
I think he realizes that.
I think deep down they would like to stay in San
They
Diego.
do want to stay in San Diego.
I mean, they've been trying in earnest to make it work in San Diego. I mean, they really have. It's a
I think
difficult,
they
it's a
figured it
difficult
out now.
situation.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't right now. This state can't. It would be unconscionable to do anything with public funding.
It's
for a
never
state.
going to
You
happen.
can't get
It
them.
shouldn't happen, and particularly
Yeah,
in this
no,
state,
it
you can't
absolutely.
make it
We
happen.
should not. Nobody should.
No.
shell
Well, the
out
NFL
on
should
it.
never get public money, period,
I
because
agree.
they can print money. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah, I am in 100%. I just cannot imagine. Especially, I mean, Jerry Brown just kicked ass and got us in
I mean,
a
look,
surplus situation.
Roger
There's no
Goodell
way.
could practically afford to subsidize one of these stadiums himself, like with the money that he's making as
There's
a
Mr.
commissioner.
Mr. Goodell! Commissioner Goodell!
Cover your heart.
For the type of, I mean, that just underscoring what Jeff is saying, just how much money the NFL makes. At this point, they just don't need the public.
It's a joke, and anybody that hasn't figured that you're a moron. Like, it is remarkable just how, like, we want football, and we will just throw out all of our better instincts and intelligence to go get it.
Yep.
There we go. It's a drug.
All right, are you guys done? Because
Yeah, we'll get out of here for you. I gotta go walk the dog.
Gigantic show. It is me and O'Shea. It's Mason O'Shea.
More gigantic than Kato Kalin. Come on.
That's
St.
true.
Jason.
Beat that. Beat that today.
Mace-
Aaron Donald is
it's
good. He's not
Mace and
Cato.
O'Shea with their chippy sidekick, Andy.
Yes! He's plucky.
3-man
Yes!
weave.
So it's a 3-man weave.
There you
That's
go.
right. We've done
3-man
this.
weave.
We have.
Buffalo Wild Wings, Wings Beer, Cato Kalin Sports.